All right. Part two. Let's keep going. Let's keep this going. I know that was deep, right? But we got more to talk about, and y'all don't need to be staring at me. That's what I do all the pictures for. Listen, that's why I do what I do, all right? So that you can get whatever you need from me. You can come here, one stop shop, all right? All right. Yeah. Anyway, this is part two. Let's continue on where we left off. All right. All right, y'all know who I am. I'm your professor, the Professor Bay. Listen, we're talking financial literacy. We're doing taxes this week, and then we're really getting deep. Mm-hmm. All right, yo. Anyway, again, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Favorite It, Substack, Clapper, Lemonade, Fanbase, all under Chiquila. Okay, or Black Girl Magic Masters. Okay, yeah, I'm the CEO of Black Girl Magic Masters LLC. That's the name of this YouTube channel, and that's the name of my YouTube channel, period, point blank, poo. Let's get into it. Okay, part two. This is too fun. I'm having too much fun. I'm having too much fun. Can you tell? But anyway, all right, now that we've had our break, okay, you got yourself ready. Let's do it. All right, let's go. Okay, so to continue on where we left off from the last video, we were using the income pie chart to complete an activity, right? So we're just going to match the taxes or the correct percentage they contribute to the federal revenue in the answer key. Now, just to reiterate, and just so that you understand, because you probably can't see the numbers on these pie charts, but this is the income pie chart from the 2022 federal income taxes that we did as far as how we brought in money. And this is what we did and how we spent the money that we got in 2022. But according to this pie chart, Social Security and Medicare brought in about 24% when it came to income for the federal government. Then the next thing was the middle class and the poor. They brought in 42% of personal income with their taxes. Now, keep in mind, these numbers are not going to match up with the answer key, but they're close enough and you'll understand when we get there. But personal taxes for the middle class and the poor brought in 42% of the income needed for the federal government in taxes in 2022. And the 1%, the corporations, what did they bring in? 7%. Only 7% of the income needed for, anyway. We had to borrow 22% just to cover the deficit. Yeah, and your little estate taxes and stuff only brought in like 6%, so it wasn't really worth nothing. But moving right along to the activity, all right? So the activity is, here's the answer key. We got 24%. I recognize that number. 7%, I recognize that number. Now, in the 32%, I don't recognize that number or the 30%. Because remember, in the pie chart, it had 24%, 42%, 22%, 7 and 6. So we're going to go with maybe the 32 is 42. I don't know. And maybe the 22 is 30. I don't know who did the IRS.gov, but they need to get into fixing that. That is not my error. But let's just move right along. Okay. So when it came to how much money we had to borrow to cover the deficit, I remember it was like 22%, right? So we're going to go with C because, I mean, their key is off. Now, when it came to Social Security and Medicare and unemployment and other retirement taxes, I remember that for being 24%. Do y'all remember that? That's A. And then corporate income taxes, I remember that they was barely doing anything at the 1%, so that's B. That's the 7%. So personal income taxes, which was really 42% of the money that the government brought in 2022 from the poor and the middle class was really 42%. But here it's 30. We'll just go along with their answer key that can be found on the irs.gov Understanding Taxes site. Anyway, moving right along, right? What did we just learn? Well, using that same pie chart to answer these following questions, we're going to indicate the statements below whether it's true or false. So we're just going to see. Okay, so number one, the largest federal outlay is for defense. No, it was not. That's false. Number two, Social Security and Medicare and other retirement accounts for 38% of federal spending. That was not the number that they had up there. That's a false. Personal income tax accounts for the greatest tax revenue. Yeah, that's true. Now that's true. Now that's definitely true. Yeah, personal income tax accounts for the greatest tax. Yeah, that was the greatest revenue for taxes in 2022. Personal income from the poor and the middle class. What about more government dollars are spent on law enforcement than on defense? Is that true or false? That's false. Then let's see. Corporate income taxes made up 7%. Only 7% from the 1% of the federal income. Is that true or false? That's unfortunately true. So now we're going to talk about exactly what expenses below do the government incur, right? Because we need to talk about it. Now, according to this activity chart, we got Social Security, the space shuttle, aircraft carriers, interest payment, medical research, welfare payments, road building, Medicaid, and unemployment compensation. These are some of the government expenses. So let's just work from left to right here and see exactly what's going on. As far as government purchases, one of the first government purchases is what? Roads. Road building. Now, government transfer payments. Well, what is that? Social Security. Yeah. What's a government interest payment? Interest payments. Right there. Interest payment. Okay. Now, what's another government purchase? Medical research. What's another government expense? Welfare payments. What's another government interest payment? Oh, we don't have any. So another government purchase is aircraft carriers. Okay, was there any more expenses, government transfer payments or anything? Let us know. Oh, unemployment compensation. Think we're done with government interest payments. So let's go back over here to any more government purchases. Oh, the space shuttle. Any more expenses? Any more government transfer payments? Medicaid. So let's look at this whole chart all together because road building, Social Security, interest payment, medical research, welfare payments, aircraft carriers, unemployment compensation, space shuttles. That's what our government spends money on. Just in case you were unaware. Now, moving right along because we got to get into the next video. And the next video, we're going to straight up just start talking about taxes. You're not even going to see my face. That's how serious I am about this. We're about to go hard on taxes. All right. So, I've been easy on you enough, class. And trust me, you have been great so far, class. But I need you to relook at all of these videos because all of this that we've covered so far will be on the assessment, will be on the test. Again, you have been doing great, class. This is week 2, and we're tackling taxes. Now, we're about to really tackle the income tax the W-2s and the 1040s. All right. See you in the next video. This has been Professor Bay.